Hello and welcome to BBC News. Strong aftershocks have continued to hit the Indonesian island of Sulawesi, where an earthquake and tsunami on Friday killed hundreds of people. The Indonesian Vice President has warned the number killed could rise to thousands. Nearly 400 are known to have died just in the city of Palu. Rescuers have yet to reach the neighbouring coastal district of Donggala, which is home to 300,000 people. Rebecca Henschke reports from the island of Sulawesi.
This mobile phone footage captures the terrifying moment the 3-metre-high waves hit, flooding houses closest to shore and then rushing into the densely populated coastal city of Palu. The waves and the powerful quake leaving a trail of destruction. This bridge is one of the main access roads into the city.
As for the damage of the tsunami, we have received a number of reports that many bodies were found along the shoreline, but the numbers are still unknown.
Authorities issued a tsunami warning immediately after the huge 7.7 magnitude quake hit, but residents didn't have long to get to higher land. Rescue workers are now struggling to reach the area as 2 access roads are blocked and the airport is now closed. The runway cracked in the quake. The military has been called in to help.
We will dispatch from Halim a medical team assembled from Marine Corps and the Army and National Search and Rescue Agency, and also the Logistic Transportation Unit.
The main hospital in the city of Palu was also damaged, and medical workers are now struggling to treat the injured in makeshift tents. The death toll is expected to continue to rise. Power and telecommunications are completely cut off in the nearby town of Donggala, the closest to the epicentre of yesterday's huge quake. And today, powerful aftershocks have hit the area, with terrified residents forced to stay out in the open. Indonesia is in the ring of fire and no stranger to natural disasters. In July and August, earthquakes on the tourist island of Lombok killed more than 500 people. And now, so soon after, authorities are struggling to cope with the scale of this disaster. Rebecca Henschke, BBC News, Sulawesi.
Well, as we've just heard, earthquakes and tsunamis are not unusual in this region. Richard Lister explains why.
Aerial images of Indonesia's disaster zone show the reach and the power of the tsunami, a landscape scoured of buildings and people. It all starts here on the seabed along the Pacific Rim. Sections of the Earth's crust grind together, causing volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. It's known as the Ring of Fire. This animation shows the location of every earthquake around the world over several years. 90% of them occurred along the Pacific Rim. And of all the countries on that Ring of Fire, Indonesia is seen as the most prone to earthquake damage. Not all undersea earthquakes cause tsunamis, but those measuring more than 7 on the Richter scale pose a real threat. And when one tectonic plate is forced under another, as may have happened in Indonesia, the sudden change to the seabed displaces a huge volume of water, creating giant waves moving as fast as a jetliner. Under the right conditions, those waves can cross an ocean. This animation shows what happened in 2004, when an earthquake measuring 9.1 on the Richter scale generated a tsunami off Sumatra. It reached the African coast just 7 hours later. 250,000 people were killed. But other factors can make smaller tsunamis deadly too. Look at this long inlet leading to Palu. Even though Friday's earthquake was much smaller than in 2004, this narrow inlet focused the energy of the waves as they raced towards the town. And it could be days before the authorities in Indonesia know just how much damage was done, how many lives were lost. Richard Lister, BBC News.